The Pittsburgh Steelers have traded Kenny Small Hands Pickett to the Philadelphia Eagles, man. And I said it from the get go when the Steelers first drafted this dude. He was not it. You know, he had a good one off season at Pittsburgh, but there was nothing special about Kenny Pickett. And when you think about his time in Pittsburgh, it was really underwhelming. You think about how he frustrated wide receivers, overthrowing guys like Deontay Johnson and George Pickens when they're wide open on 5 and 4 yard slants and drags. And you can say that he may not have had the fair shake because of Matt Canada and how trash he was as a play caller, but you kind of knew the writing was on the wall for Kenny Pickett once Mason Rudolph came in and pretty much saved the Steelers season. And a large reason why the Steelers traded Kenny Pickett is because he kind of wanted to move. He didn't respond well to Russell Wilson coming in, which doesn't make any sense. So he's not even the competitor that I thought he was. And I don't want to call the dude soft, but it's like, you can just tell that he doesn't handle criticism well. He doesn't handle pressure well. And, bro, like, you weren't even willing to compete with old regressing Russell Wilson, who the Denver Broncos thought was bad enough that they were willing to take a record-setting dead cap hit of $85 million to replace. And you mean to tell me you're not even going to compete, man? Get the hell off my team, bro. I never wanted you on my team to begin with. I wanted Malik Willis. And I don't care how bad Malik Willis has looked right now. At least you know Malik Willis is going to give it his all. He ain't going to back down. And it's like late in the season, you know, he didn't even want to suit up to be the Steelers' emergency backup quarterback. Like, I'm glad this dude is off the Steelers already. Like, I really hated watching this dude. It's like every time he was at QB, you knew the Steelers were going to do one or two things: go 3-and-out, or end up turning the football over. Now, he didn't turn the football over as much, but that's all the offense really did. And, you know, I'm just so happy now that he's gone. Huge disaster. I don't know, man.
Um,
Am I too hard
I'm
on
not a
him?
I'm not a Steelers fan, but I do have like my own narrative I want to push on that one because it's rare you see in-state trades, but I found it extremely interesting the team that the Steelers decided to dump Kenny Pickett off to. Because all we were talking about this time last year was, oh, how great Jalen Hurts played in the Super Bowl. Oh my gosh, Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback in this league. Clearly the best quarterback in the NFC conference. This and that. Off of getting pushed from his backside. Like, this is what we're really gassing up this quarterback for? Being pushed a yard from his backside. Oh, he had a couple of deep throws to AJ Brown. Okay, AJ Brown's a very talented receiver. Like, if I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, I'm a little concerned by this trade because it's like you just paid Jalen Hurts. Like, I get it, right? If you have some cool, cooked up, super, sized plan on how you're gonna develop Kenny Pickett into a suitable starting quarterback post this debacle in Pittsburgh, and you're gonna trade him and get assets, then okay. But as a Cowboys fan and just as a NFL like scout, I'm just looking like y'all are trading for an NFL starter. And
You see Kenny Pickett as a
y'all are
starter?
giving up. I'm saying like in a pinch, Kenny Pickett could start and finish an NFL game. Just
Mm-hmm.
because you're an NFL starter doesn't mean you're good. But in a pinch, you can start Kenny Pickett for a whole NFL game. Now, how confident you're going to win that game, that's up to you. Because I wouldn't be confident that you're going to win that game, but whatever. So, like I was saying, you're essentially trading for an NFL starter when you just paid your quarterback after 1 year of production. I don't know. I'm just putting that out there. Like, that just, to me, that just screams just a tiny bit of Jalen Hurts insecurity. So, I'm very interested to see how that unfolds as a Cowboys fan because I'm just like, this is the guy that you guys just pushed on ahead of Dak after one good year. You
But
just pushed him
I
ahead.
do think I do
He's
think
better than Dak and everybody else in the conference. So I'm very interested to see how that shakes out.
I do think that Kenny Pickett is a solid backup, for what they need, because they did say that they were looking around trying to find, a trade for like another backup. They did lose Marcus Mariota to free agency. And, with him signing to the Commanders, it definitely put them in a little bit of a pinch. But for me personally, I think that Kenny Pickett, this trade for the Eagles does make a lot of sense. They do need to find somebody who could be good enough to run the offense in case Jalen Hurts goes down. But I think that if he was to get injured, with the supporting cast that the Philadelphia Eagles have around Kenny Pickett, if he had to come in on a short-term notice and maybe win them a game or two, he definitely is capable, because it's not like he was one of the worst draft picks that we've ever seen at QB. Like, his rookie season, he did win a few games. It's just that he's one of those quarterbacks that he needs everything to go right for him to win. And if he doesn't have everything around him to succeed, then it's not going to be that great. Man, we lost our guy Artie for a second, man. We gotta bring him back here. We got to bring our guy back here. Does it piss you off how much you pay for your monthly phone bill? Why are you getting frustrated when our partner Mint Mobile has plans as low as $15 a month that give you unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network? Stop getting frustrated with how much you spend on your monthly phone bill and go to trymintmobile.com/JT Sports in description and pin comment down below to get access to premium wireless for only $15 a month. That's only $15 a month. Switching to Mint is easy. It only takes 15 minutes to do. If you're pissed off with how much you pay for your monthly phone bill, switch to Mint Mobile today and go to trymintmobile.com/JT Sports in description and pin comment down below to get premium wireless for only $15 a month. Stop getting upset with how much you spend on your monthly phone bill and switch to Mint Mobile today. Man, but yeah, man, it's just, when you think of Kenny Pickett to me, this trade with what the Pittsburgh Steelers are getting in return for him, they're getting a good amount of assets. They're getting a 3rd-round pick, a 4th-round pick in this year's draft, and they get 2 7-rounders in 2025, while the Eagles get Kenny Pickett plus a 4th-rounder for this year. But when you think about how the Kenny Pickett experiment went in Pittsburgh, it was short-lived because the dude just honestly wasn't that good. If Kenny Pickett was the quarterback that many people thought he could have been, maybe a diet version of Joe Burrow, the Steelers potentially could have made it a lot further in the postseason this year than what they did. But since Kenny Pickett didn't live up to expectations, it really has set this franchise back in terms of being able to ever become a legitimate Super Bowl contender again. But to me, for the Philadelphia Eagles, you get a good backup. He can come in, get you through a game, maybe win you a game or two, depending on, the team you got around them. But I'm just glad that this dude is off of my Steelers, bro. I hated watching this dude. Anytime I see a quarterback with 2 long sleeves, I know you suck. You feel me? Like, I'll never take a quarterback with 2 long sleeves seriously, bro. It's like, what are you doing back there with those big inflatables on your arms, bro? Like, come on. How can you even throw the ball? How can you play with 2 long sleeves and 2 gloves, fam? You playing every single game like you playing in freezing weather, dog. Like, as soon as I saw Kenny Pickett come out in that attire, I knew this dude wasn't going to be good, bro. It just screams duck to me. Like, just a duck, bro. That's all I ever saw when I looked at Kenny Pickett. A duck, bro. And the fact that there were people saying he needed more time, the dude would be 27 or 26 around this time next year, bro. Like, there's no more time for him. If you can't start now, the whole appeal for Kenny Pickett getting drafted in the 1st round was the fact that he was the most pro-ready quarterback, supposedly, in a weak quarterback class. And you know who was better than him? Brock Purdy, the last pick of the draft. Sam Howell was better than Kenny Pickett. Desmond Ritter was better than Kenny Pickett, fam. At least
I don't
Desmond
know
Ritter.
about that one.
You don't know about that one? It's like I would have took Desmond Ritter over Kenny Pickett.
Desmond Ritter is really bad. So that's like it's like you're comparing the lesser of two evils. Like I think Desmond Ritter is really bad. So I don't know if I would say Kenny Pickett is as bad as Desmond Ritter, but I understand what you're saying though. I understand your point.